We just saw the second best exotic Marigold Hotel, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it in the car, and then we have a discussion. The review part is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence and looking for a recommendation, watch this part. We'll tell you what we thought about it, recommend it to you if it's recommendable, and not spoil anything. If you're interested in seeing the discussion, if you've already seen the movie, check that out. That's a separate video now, and we'll talk more about what we thought. So here's the review. The second best exotic Marigold Hotel is, of course, the sequel to the exotic Marigold Hotel. It's a continuation of that story. The folks living at the living in the hotel, sort of having their third act, working at. Some of them have jobs. Some of them are pursuing boyfriends and girlfriends and those sorts of things. And Sonny, the proprietor, Dev Patel's character, is getting married, and that's sort of the string that flows through the movie, is the planning for the wedding, the parties leading up to it, the wedding, the reception, all that kind of stuff is how the structuring of the movie goes. I actually saw this in a test screening months and months ago and thought it was really good, and I don't know that anything was changed, so I think it's the same movie that I saw 6 months ago and liked. I would definitely recommend it. It's a movie that, you know, if you liked the first one, you're certainly going to like this. I'm not sure, you know, who wouldn't like this sort of movie. I mean, it's a comedy. It's got a little bit of romance in it. It gets a little cheesy every once in a while. Some of the stuff gets a little heavy-handed, but it's not, you know, there's nothing grim about it. There's nothing, I don't know. It's a fun little movie to go see. I think it's something that people of any generation or walk of life would enjoy. So, yeah, I would recommend it. And I didn't have a problem with it at the test screening, like there wasn't something horribly wrong with it. So it came out now, and that's great. And so, yeah, I would say go see it. And we'll get into more details in the discussion part, but that's what I thought. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was at that test screening with you, and it was, you know, pretty much the same exact movie. I couldn't think of anything they changed. Mm-hmm. The cast is superb. I mean, you have an absolute all-star cast. And to me, it avoided a lot of pitfalls that sequels fall into. It was a really good movie. I would highly recommend going and seeing it, especially if you saw the first one and loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as far as, like, could you see this without seeing the first one? Sure, you could, but if you enjoy this movie, you're going to enjoy the first one, so you might as well see them in order.
Yeah, I'd say you're missing out a bit if you hadn't seen the first one, because they don't really spend any time introducing you to the cast in this one. They just take it for granted that you did see the first one.
That's true.
So.
What'd you think?
And I never saw the first one, so now I'll have to see this. I enjoyed it. It's a bit of a caper and a really good ensemble cast. There's, like, some of those types of movies tend to fall into the problem of there's not enough meat to each character's story. But in this one, I felt like, you know, it flowed nicely. There was just enough backstory, or at least there was enough story threads going on without it being confusing or too short. But it was light and enjoyable. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Cool. So that's our recommendation. If that sounds good to you, go check out the movie. Watch it. Don't let us spoil anything. If you do want to hear what we thought about all the plot details and the spoiler discussion, check out that video, and that'll be up here as well. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.